Good morning, it's James. It's wonderful to see you today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I'm deeply grateful to have the honor and the blessing of laying eyes on you. And I do hope and pray that this message finds you and all the people that you love peaceful, thriving, and very, very well. It's a beautiful day here in the Colorado Rockies. Sun is coming up. I think the birds are singing. They were singing. I'm not going to sing, but I want you to just take a moment and think about a quality that you would love to embody. A quality that is nearest to your heart, something that you've been working on, something you've been praying for, something that you've been affirming to come into your life in such a way that it never leaves you. It literally fills you and becomes you, because I'm a big believer that when we have something that we really, really want in our life to happen, a way in which we want our life to be outpictured, a way in which we would want ourselves to ideally be carrying in this world right here and right now, when we see this, and the first thing that comes to us, I believe that is the truth of who we are. And then we have the opportunity to play the role. A couple weeks ago, I did a piece on something where William James talked about praying the role and then playing the role. And what he was basically speaking to is that when we really want something good to happen, the first thing we can do is meditate on it, do affirmations, pray for it, whatever the case may be. And then the most important thing we can do after we're done with praying, meditating, and affirming is carry ourselves like that person. By affirming that quality in ourselves physiologically, neurochemically, we have the greatest opportunity to create change in our life. And I think one of the most beautiful things that we can consider is when something comes up for us quickly. We say, oh my gosh, that's the quality, or that's the experience, that's the person I truly want to be. Make no mistake, that is who you are. And then we have to really go about doing the work, right? Which is not necessarily digging a shovel into the earth of our history and saying, well, that is all the reasons why I'm not that person. I mean, that can be helpful, and certain psychological circles believe that's the most effective way. Or what I'm doing more and more of these days, rather than taking a shovel and digging back into my history, which I've done I've done certainly enough of that, I want to grab a hammer and I want to build what I want to be. I believe when we actually have something that's right in front of us that we really yearn for, it's the truth of who we are. Then the spiritual work and the physical work and the work that is in front of us is to grab a hammer in the form of practices and things that we know that person does. Does that person move their body every day? Does that person have a reverence for the kind of food they have put in their body? Does that person have a deep level of self-respect and self-love that really, really allows them to surround themselves with certain people who will hold them to that standard of that person they want to be? It's all of those things, isn't it? So then we have to ask ourselves, why am I not building that every single day of my life? Limiting beliefs, fear, anxiety, all the things that I know we share in common when we're wanting to make something great happen in our life, that we want to change something in our life, it can be scary. But what I've also learned, when I'm feeling fear, it means that I want to move through it. It means that it has enough emotional charge that it's important for me to tame the fear. And the only way I can do that, and the only way that we can do that, is by moving directly into the fear, challenging it through taking action, not procrastinating to have that fear and that anxiety build, but to go as quickly as we can towards the thing that we're afraid of. Because when we do that, action creates courage, action creates momentum, action creates transformation and change. So, what is it you truly want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to create? What do you want to transform in your life? What habits will it take to do that? And how quickly are you willing to move towards patterns of living, practices of living that give you that experience physiologically, neurochemically, emotionally, spiritually, starting today? I've got things to work on, and I'm excited about. We all have things to work on. Let us work on these things together, and let us know that this is the great work of our life, always becoming more of what we know inside of us wants to be outpictured around us. Thank you for making time for me today. I love seeing you. I love you. Peace and blessings. Bye for now.